have a look at it. It's really interesting. With me to look at the wider implications of all that is the AI researcher and highly respected colleague on AI Decoded, Dr. Stephanie Hare. Nice to see you. I know you're in Germany digging up some new things for our program, but I wanted to get your thoughts on this because, you know, there are companies that have taken a position on this. I mean, Google, I think 4 years ago, said it's not going to make custom AI for fossil fuel extraction. Are you surprised Microsoft has taken a different tack?
No, in the sense that Microsoft is a company that needs to return a maximum value to its shareholders. So it's more interesting what Google did and saying it wouldn't do that.
But it's really important, this, because we've talked on the program before about how tremendously resource hungry these companies are going to be, these AI companies, these huge data centers that they're building are going to use lots and lots of energy. In fact, I've read somewhere that the next generation AI models for Microsoft will consume the power that India is using right now. So there's a real question here when we say, oh, AI is going to be for the better good. When you look at that alongside what they're using for data centers, can we be so sure?
I think we always have to look at who is saying that AI is going to be better for good, and it's often the companies that profit from selling it. So that's fine. Researchers obviously take a much more skeptical view and are going to test those claims with data. So that's what we need to know. One thing that we can say is that AI on its own is driving a boom in fossil fuels. So we need to have more energy to power our utilities, to get electricity, to power data centers, but also water. So Microsoft, for example, is opening a new data center every 3 days, right? Just to put that in perspective. So they need to work with fossil fuel companies because it's in their own best interest to secure their own energy supply. That's true for every other AI company as well, but it's particularly true for Microsoft simply because of the scale at which it's operating and its market leadership, right? This is a $3 trillion company. So it's not surprising that it's going to both claim to be helping to try to make these companies more efficient. Okay, let's test that. But it's also going to be helping them ultimately prospect for dirty fossil fuels. What they aren't doing, and what we're not hearing enough of, is really what they're going to do to help us get to net zero, and what we're going to be doing to pivot to renewables. And I thought Karen Hao said it perfectly when she said, the real goal for all of us is about improving the planet, right? We have to fix climate change. We have to improve biodiversity. These companies are not necessarily helping with that.
You couldn't have put it better. I mean, that is the very reason that we put it in the program tonight, because there seems to be this blind faith, Stephanie, that AI is a power for the good. That's what governments and prime ministers tell us, but we never focus on this enormous energy resource that they're going to steal to be able to build these data centers that they're going to use, which we just don't have the power to provide for them at the moment. I mean, we don't have the nuclear power plants to run these centres. It is oil and gas they're going to be burning. And more of us are going to be using this technology exponentially.
Yeah, and I think that's also because AI, for so many governments, as well as the companies involved, is being linked to a narrative about growth and innovation and jobs. So nobody wants to talk about the dirty cost, if you will, the environmental cost of AI, and about the fact that we haven't yet figured out how to make AI a sustainable technology. That is, you know, the circle that must be squared.
Indeed so. Stephanie, happy hunting in Germany. Look forward to talking to you on Thursday.
Dankeschön.
Bitter. Right, we are going to take a short